It's June 6th. We've just had a very heavy thunderstorm. Lots of lightning, lots of heavy rain. I should have known it was coming, but I didn't. I didn't have confidence that it would happen, but it did. And it has meant the barrels are refilled and the garden has been nicely watered. So happy me. Happy garden. We have some tomatoes in large pots. Some avocados doing quite nicely. Some Bahamian yellow elder coming along, and I think one of them is going to flower. And hiding under the shade there we've got mint and some lettuce for planting out. So I've been cleaning up some beehive hardware, cleaning up some of the foundation, some of the combs. Still pretty cloudy, but I don't think we will have any more of that fireworks. In the greenhouse we have progress with the tomatoes. Oh! No, that's not a tortoise. That's a turtle. What kind of turtle? I don't know. But he's not going to do any harm. He's welcome. We have some large pots with tomatoes and strawberries, but none of the strawberries so far have produced any flowers, so there won't be any fruit. And in some of the large pots we have an experimental effort with sweet potatoes. They're a bit small for the time of year, but who knows, they may produce something. I've been having some problems with the loofah. Some of the loofah seedlings have been dying on me and I can't quite figure out why. But they seem to be surviving now. Maybe it's just a matter of enough water. The new addition, of course, right now is the bees. I've had the bees now for about 10 days. They're doing well, I think. I haven't checked them to make sure that the queen is laying, but we'll be able to do that in a few more days. Here is the arrangement. This colony here, these two colonies have bees in them. The rest of them just have empty boxes. They're waiting to be used later on. I've been experimenting with a kind of ledge which prevents rain from falling on the entrance at the bottom there. And these medium-size half boxes, the ones with the dark colour, they're on there because there is an inverted bottle of sugar water in there feeding the bees. They came a bit light as far as food was concerned, so I have been feeding them regularly with half a litre of sugar water every day. Thankfully, the sugar came on sale at just the right time, so I was quite happy about that. Had some bad luck with my first sowing of the Kentucky Wonder climbing beans. They did not come up. Well, I say they did not come up. One or two came up, and that's very poor germination. Rows 1 and 2 of the gladiolus succession sowing are in, and this empty space down here is for rows 3 to 6, and they will continue in a few more days. Chives are attracting a lot of bumblebees and swallowtails and other moths and butterflies. Very entertaining. I managed to go through the bean patch with my hook, the crock tool, and loosen up the surface, which meant that when the rain came down it was able to soak right in. Very pleased about that. There's been a slight problem in this patch, which had last year it had potatoes in, and I didn't see some of the potatoes. They were covered in dirt, surprisingly enough, and they were in the ground, and they've been sprouting after the winter. They survived the winter okay, and I've had to dig up a lot of potatoes that were left in the ground. They indicate where they are by sprouts, so they're not hard to find. This is the russet potato patch, and just in front of the big rhubarb is my zucchini, which are not doing very well at all this year. They've been very badly hit by striped cucumber beetle. There's a little patch of rocket over there. And here we have lettuce, as you can see. Two kinds of lettuce. One is cos and one is crutterbunch. And then at the far end there is my scarlet gladiolus, which is not doing particularly well. There's a big bulb here and a big bulb at the other end, and then in between there's a lot of little bulbs, but none of the little bulbs have decided to sprout. Very surprising. The tarragon is doing very well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plants. Excellent. Now that, at least, well, some you win, some you don't win, you know. I have stopped picking the asparagus. Asparagus, of course, has had its own story. This row of Martha Washingtons didn't do very well at all because they got frosted, badly frosted. In there is a whole bunch of other Millennium asparagus, which I will have to dig out. This whole patch is going to be redone this year or next. Good sowing of dill here. Looking forward to that coming up. And the garlic, of course, that I got from Rob Canvin is doing very well. More squash here. The squash is again hit by the cucumber beetle, but I'm trying to control that by hand. Lots of weed appearance of lamb's quarters, which I'm now cooking up for dinner. Garlic is looking good. And then that is one of my willows, doing well. And strangely enough, we have some surviving gladiolus. It shows that gladiolus does not necessarily die when left in the ground over the winter. That's maybe a disadvantage and maybe an advantage. If you want them to die, they might not. Well, compost. Compost is doing quite nicely. There's been a lot of grass clippings to be composted down, so I need to turn that again. Anyway, I think that's about it. Very pleased about the bees to be finally here. They were quite expensive, a couple of $100 per nucleus. But there you go. If you want them, you find the money. White clover. Bees love white clover. I don't see any bees on there right now, but when I have lots of bees, they will be on the white clover. Good. Done. Goodbye.